What is going on, everybody? Philip here from the Figure Bros, bringing you guys another review. Today we are taking a look at an older but very nice looking figure. Today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Premium Bandai event exclusive Nappa. Now, this figure was dropped back in July 25th, 2021. So this is a little bit of an older figure, and for those of you that may not know, I have gotten pretty much late to the game with the SH Figuarts, so I'm pretty much now trying to fill out my entire DBZ collection. So now I'm trying to go in chronological order, so obviously that starts with the Saiyan saga, so I was missing a couple of Saiyans, so we're going to be taking a look at Nappa. Now, I bought this figure for $130. You guys can comment down below if you think I got a good deal or not. I want you to keep that thought in the back of your mind during this entire review. Is this figure worth $130? Because the short answer really just is no, but that's kind of just what we're dealing with. Unless SH Figuarts ever decides to re-release all these figures, all the event exclusives, or just decides to do just a blanket slate and just re-release all their figures. That includes the first forms of Frieza's, that includes Turles, a lot of other figures. Can definitely be beneficial from just Bandai just one day waking up and say, hey, you know what, let's just reissue all of these because everybody's getting into the game late. DBZ seems to be pretty hot, especially with Dragon Ball Daima. So stuff like that could ever spark the interest of them just saying like, hey, let's just re-release all these. Hopefully that does happen one day. But again, I did pay $130, so you guys can comment down below and just kind of keep that in the back of your mind during this review. That is this figure at least worth that type of price? Because that's pretty much what you're gonna pay if they don't ever re-release this. As we get further and further away from its original release date, these figures could be more and more expensive. So I decided to just swallow the pill and just go ahead and pay for it. So you guys can let me know down below in the comment section. And while you're also doing that, please do me the big favor, hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to also hit that notification bell so you guys never miss when Jared or I drop a video. With that being said, let's go ahead and get this beautiful Nappa out of the box and take a look at articulation. All right, you guys, now that we got him out of the box, let's go ahead and, like we always do, take a look at articulation first. So let's go ahead and raise that camera up because Nappa's actually a pretty bigger character, pretty bulkier character. And I kind of, just first impression too out of the box, I mean, he looks really good, man. Muscle mass, look at all those cuts, pretty accurate to the actual DBZ anime. So, first impression's pretty good for this Nappa. Now let's go ahead and see how articulation is. Starting with the head, he can look down about that much. He can look up about that much. It seems to be a double ball peg, so you guys can see how the neck moves with it. So you can get a whole wide range of that motion going on. So he's definitely got a little bit of attitude as well, a little bit of side-to-side action. He can, like I said, really pivot that neck. I feel like there's a ball peg down here that connects also with that head. So pretty nice articulation there from the head. Kind of wish I'd seen a little bit more of that from SH Figuarts. A little surprised that we don't. Moving over to the arms too, what's really nice too is all of these pads and armor pieces for the Saiyan armor all has pretty nice hinges on it, so you can move and be very flexible with it. Moving over to the shoulders, shoulders are a little tight. You can feel like it only gets about that much. You can see actually the armor piece gets right in that way. So if we didn't have this big bulky armor, you could probably get that thing to flex out a little bit more, but can't because of it. Butterfly joint too, just go ahead and show the back. Really nice one too, doesn't predominantly protrude all the way out, so that's really nice. No gap issue there, and it can definitely give you that nice flexing range of like that full frontal swing of him throwing it. So kind of like that as well. You guys can see more to the joint right there, ball peg inside. We do get a nice bicep cut right there, double jointed elbows, and I think we get some kind of hinge for the wrist. Maybe we don't. Maybe we do, but it feels like this piece kind of gets in the way too. A lot of this thicker armor that the Saiyans always wore. Moving over down to the chest, the torso area, let's get a nice little ab crunch. Go ahead and move his arm out of the way so you guys can see. Nice ab crunch. Can go back about that much. Pretty good there. For the legs, can we do a full split? Let's see. Not quite the full split. It's not even really close, honestly. Maybe you can get a little bit more out. I'm afraid because I spent so much on this figure. I really don't want to break it. And I'm not looking to do anything crazy as far as posing with them. So we'll say, oh, look at that. Little piece of the armor comes right off. That's okay. We'll fix that later. Moving over to the thigh, we do get a nice thigh cut in between. And we get that, of course, that beautiful double jointed knee from SH Figuarts. And of course, ankles. Nice little ankle rocker. And the beautiful toe hinge as well. So all in all, pretty good from Nappa. Not going to be the most flexible character in the group, but I'm not looking for him to be that. I'm just looking for him to kind of obviously fill out some shelf space, figure out, full out that Saiyan squad right there. So let's go ahead and fix this real quick. All right, so that was the articulation. Now let's go ahead and talk about the look and design, the aesthetics of the figure. I gotta be honest, man, this character, Nappa from SH Figuarts, has got to be one of their better figures, man. I do like some of these beefier looking characters, but the thing about with this one in particular is just how they like nailed every detail of Nappa in general, right? That facial expression, right? Like, just look at that nice beautiful head sculpt. I like that all these armor pieces come right up. I like the Saiyan armor that he's wearing, really nice like dry weathering and the dry brushing right there. The tail that's wrapped around him right there by his torso, really good there. And again, I love all these little hinges so we can pretty much get any kind of poses. My favorite thing too also about Nappa is just right there the detail in his muscles, because that was like the one thing about Nappa, right? He was so intimidating looking, especially next to Vegeta, and everybody was so afraid of Vegeta that, you know, you were thinking like, man, this, how powerful is Nappa really? And then you find out, well, he's really not that strong actually. But still, just really hitting a home run on that detail. Like, look at the muscles right there. This is something I wish like some of their other figures, including like Goku, especially now, like the Ultra Instinct Goku. And I know some people don't like a little more of that dramatization, but I feel like when SH Figuarts does that, they just hit a home run with it. So as far as the look and design, the aesthetics go of this figure, very, very, very well done. Let's talk about now the accessories too, because he actually comes with a pretty good ordeal of accessories. My favorite one is this head sculpt right there with the actual scouter for Nappa. And the beauty about this too is like they actually come on little stands, so this is perfect for the review. We also have this one from Nappa, mouth open. I love too, you can see the little veins in his forehead right there, so that's really nice. And again, we got another one of him looking pretty angry with the veins coming through. So 3 head sculpts, 3 alternative heads, pretty good. For the alternative hands, we get, of course, one of the most iconic when he, you know, flipped his 2 fingers up and exploded the ground from underneath him. Pretty devastating attack right there. We also get a pair of these type of hands, a little more fighting poses. Kind of like that a lot as well. Then, of course, we get the karate chopping hands, of course, when he chopped off Tien's hands. So like this one a lot as well. I told you guys at the beginning of this video, I paid $130 for this figure. I told you to keep that in the back of your mind while I'm reviewing this, to ask yourself a basic and simple question. Is this worth $130? The short answer again is no. If you told me like someone paid $110 for this in today's market, I'll be okay with that. 130 is a little too much, and I only say it just because I hope that my prayer and my hope is that one day Bandai just reissues everything. But again, I can tell you right now, someone who gets into DBZ or is into collecting figures, especially late in this game, especially with Daima coming out, especially might impress a lot of the kids or the younger audience, younger teens. If they start getting into this, man, they're probably going to want to collect all the figures. And that does include DBZ and the Saiyan squads and stuff like that, the Saiyan sagas. So, you know, if you're someone like me who wants to go in order, you know, it's going to be very hard to find these characters, because it's going to be hard to find these figures. And just like Raditz, too, we got coming up next that I'm going to review for you guys. I paid an arm and a leg for him too. So again, my hope and prayer, one day they reissue these. So with all that being said, final score for Nappa, I'm going to give him a solid 8 out of 10. I think, you know, just putting price aside, I'm not factoring that into the equation. Putting price aside, I think this is a really just a good standalone figure that I really, really hope that one day they do reissue all of these, because it's a great figure. And again, if you're a fan of DBZ, or if you're getting late into collecting, again, you're going to be paying an arm and a leg, because this guy's hard to find. So hopefully one day they decide to just reissue all these figures, even if not the premium Bandai ones, just do the regular releases again, so everybody can just collect these and be happy and, you know, complete your collection. That's my prayer and that's my hope. So again, Nappa, very good figure. Definitely happy to have this one in my collection. Next up, we have Raditz with Son Gohan coming for you guys very soon. Looking forward to getting into that review. That's going to do it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. See you guys next time.